Farrakhan, frequently what you say makes eminently good sense and is extremely lucid, and then I'm going to read you this quote because we don't have it on videotape. You told congregants just before the Million Man March at a Washington church about the mother wheel, a heavily armed spaceship the size of a city which will rain destruction upon white America but save those who embrace the nation of Islam. It sounds like gibberish, but maybe you can explain it.
Well, sir, you can ask President Jimmy Carter if it's gibberish. You can ask some of the astronauts who went up and saw it if it's gibberish. On the front page of the Washington Post, several years ago, a Japanese pilot was flying across the Bering Straits, and he saw something in his radar that looked like two large aircraft carriers joined together in terms of size. And an aircraft carrier is 440 yards long. Two of them together would be a half a mile by a half a mile. This is that wheel that was spoken of in Ezekiel that has become a reality. It's over the heads of us in North America, and soon you shall see these wheels over the major cities of America. It is above top secret by the United States government, and if it were gibberish, they made an awful lot of money, Mr. Koppel, on that movie called Independence Day, was about that which you call gibberish, and it flooded the theaters.
Yes, it did. It was fiction, and just for the record, what President Carter spoke about was a UFO. There was no specificity about the kind of thing that you're talking about. He was asked whether he believed in UFOs, and he said yes.
And he said he saw it, and he said when he became president, he would open up that information, which he never did.
That's correct.
But that information is leaking out now to the American people.
Minister Farrakhan, it's always too short.
Holy God.
And in a tiny little town called Tepoztlan, there's a mountain on top of which is the ruins of a temple dedicated to Quetzalcoatl, the Christ figure of Central and South America, a mountain which I've climbed many times. However, on the night of September 17th, 1985, I was carried up on that mountain in a vision with a few friends of mine. And as we reached the top of the mountain was lit. And a wheel, or what you call a UFO, came over the mountain but didn't come all the way over, was on the outside of the mountain. And as I walked over, thinking the wheel was going to come over and land for me to go in it, a voice said, "Relax." And a powerful beam of light came out of that wheel and lifted me up into it. It took off at a very terrific speed, and I knew that it was going to this human-built planet a half a mile by a half a mile, and I was frightened to see something that huge in the sky. The pilot, I couldn't see him. I knew he was there, but I couldn't see him. And when they were approaching the mother wheel, Knowing I was afraid, he made a turn where I couldn't see it, then came in and docked. Opened the door for me to get out. I still don't see him. And opened the door for me to go in a room. When I went in that room, I won't bother you with the description of that room, but there was a speaker in the center of that room. I'm nervous now.
All right. Come on, brother.
And a scroll rolled down in front of me. A scroll with cursive writing on it. And I'm trying to come close to read it, and Elijah Muhammad spoke to me. I died before I lie. It ain't worth it to be a liar only to be found out later. I don't have time for that. He spoke to me. And these are his words. President Reagan has met with his Joint Chiefs of Staff to plan a war. I want you to hold a press conference and make known their plans and tell them that you got it from me, Elijah Muhammad, on the wheel. Exact words.